Hey there gamers, today I'm going to be doing a video on LukeFZ's FSR3 generation mod in The Witcher Wild Hunt 3 on the Lenovo Legion Go. First off I'll show the installation of how you get the game working with the FSR3 mod, and then I'll go through not so much gameplay but running around in the open world at 1600p, 1200p and 800p, and at both 30 watt and 20 watt TDP. It's pretty impressive from what I've seen so far. So with that being said, let's get started. So here I've downloaded LukeFZ's FSR3 mod to my desktop, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to locate Witcher. So I'll just open a Windows Explorer, and I know that Witcher is installed on my D drive. So that's my memory card, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, The Witcher 3. Now what I need to do is see where the executable is. We have a pre-launcher. I'm not sure this is the right location, so I'm just going to check the bin directory. X64 or X64DX12. And we have an application file here. Let's check the other directory. So this is probably going to be if you are running Vulkan in the game. But realistically we'll want to be using DirectX for this to work. So I'm going to move the files in here. So we've located the directory. So I'll repeat it. It's under your Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, The Witcher 3, bin, X64_DX12. So I'll minimize this and I'm going to go into FSR2, FSR3_220. This is version 10.2 of the mod, if I haven't already mentioned that. And I'm going to copy this, go down to our window, and I'm just going to right click and I'm going to paste. And I'm going to minimize again, and I shall go, let's close this window. I shall now go into the common files and copy the two files here, WinMM and WinMMDLL. And I'm going to copy that into the same place. So let's start Witcher. I may need to start it and then come back out of it for it to create a configuration file that I'll then edit. So let's go into Steam. And you can see I've selected DirectX 12, and I'll just click play. So we can see that it's detected FSR3, so that's good. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to come straight back out and then go back to the directory and see if we have a configuration file created. Here we are. So this is the file we're looking for. It's the FSR2 FSR3 config .toml, so it's a toml file. So I'm just going to double click on that, and I'm going to, because this is an Unreal 5 game, I'm going to change this value to true. Let me just read through some of the other options just to see that I don't miss anything. And yes, the other one is going to be this fake NVIDIA GPU. We want that to be true as well. And I think that's all the changes, so I'll just save the file. Close this editor down, and I don't think we need this window anymore. And let's restart Witcher. Let's turn that down a bit. Bit more. So I'm going to go into graphics. I'm going to set this to DLSS. And I'm going to set DLSS quality to auto. And I'm looking for frame generation. Maybe I missed it. Okay. I had thought there would be frame generation, but let's just assume that it's in there. And I'll just quickly start the game. Ah, here we are. So actually the frame generation is under display, not under graphics. I'm going to toggle that to on. And let's quickly go into the game.
This bard's tale begins near White Orchard. My dear friend Geralt of Rivia is seeking his lover of yore, the sorceress Yennefer. She'd eluded him for years, but now seemed just a few steps ahead.
So while we're getting the talky bit, I'm going to put the frame monitor on. And also let's see, battery wise, I'm at custom 30 watts, so I'm at full power on this. So So we're experiencing high 40s, low 50s, and we're at 1600 resolution. Oops, have I just drowned my horse? Oh no. Anyone know how to call the horse? Oh, here we are. Left stick twice. Oh, I'm so relieved. So I should say that the settings are the same that I had in the original video I did for this without frame generation, but I will go over them again in a minute. Here we're operating at 50 frames per second, pretty locked. Not a huge variation on frame rate, which is really good. Feels very smooth, feels responsive. I'm not seeing any HUD artifacting or stutter shimmering, I should say. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug and go down to 20 watts and see what the performance like is on that. Okay, so we have dropped a few frames per second. Well, quite a few now, so around 6 frames per second at 20 watts TDP. Between 4 and 6. Still feels very responsive. So yeah, really solid frames per second. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over the settings and then I'll drop the resolution down to 1200, see what performance we're getting there. So let's set the resolution, 1200. Where's the options? Okay, so ray tracing turned off. DLSS quality, sharpening's low, ambient occlusion off, reflections low, motion blur off, bloom on, depth of field and chromatic aberration off, vignetting on, light shafts on, camera lens flare on, fancy hair we've got turned off, medium for background characters, medium shadow quality, terrain quality, water quality, foliage, visibility range, grass density, texture quality and detail level are all medium. So you know, a mix of medium and lows. And then just if I check on the display section, full screen mode, VSync turned off, and I'm going to drop it to 1200. Our frame generation is on and hardware cursor's off. No idea what that does. Okay, so let's go back now. Yes, I want to change. And resume the game. Got quite a nice uplift in performance there. So we were in the 40s, 46 with 20 watt TDP. We're still on 20 watt TDP now, and we're up at 74, 76 frames per second, which is fantastic. I think we could even play with perhaps setting some of the graphical settings a bit higher so that we could make the game look even better. But I'd be happy playing like this. We just hit 80 there. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug the power back in and go up to 30. Here. Okay. And here we're approaching 86 to 89 frames per second at 1200p, and it looks great. I think this is another success for LukeFZ mod, definitely. Now, I wasn't going to do this, but I'm kind of interested now to see what it would look like, or at least perform like, at 800p. So let's give that a go. Oh, it's under display, I think. So if you wonder why I have so many resolutions, I have a custom resolution file. But I think there's some of these that are in The Witcher by default as well. So we're now at 800p. And 147, 149 frames per second. So greater than the 144 refresh rate. Wow. Still looks good at 800p. Definitely would be scope to play at 800 with better settings, but I also think there's probably some room for 1200p with higher settings. Okay, so I'll end the video there. So that's Witcher 3 with LukeFZ's mod, version 10.2, and a definite success. Really impressed with this. Thank you for watching.